Dear viewers, we are back from this great report and we have been joined by our final guest for this evening, Mr. Hamza Taqi, Master Performance Consultant. Good evening, Hamza, and welcome back to Ya Ahla Kuwait.
Good evening to you, and thank you for having me back.
Thank you, of course, for being here. Every single time you're here, we learn more about our potential as humans, as employees, and of course, sometimes about the workplace culture, which is something we're going to be talking about today.
It's a nice topic.
Definitely, I agree with you. So in the beginning, how do you define culture in the context of high performance?
See, if we look at culture in general, regardless if it's high performing or not high performing or low performing, culture extends from the shared values, the norms, the behaviors of the organization.
Yes.
And sometimes it is influenced by the deep assumptions and belief of the leaders of that organization that will dictate how the employees behave with each other, how they take decision, how they solve a problem, how they communicate with each other in terms of the culture. And there are many type of cultures. There are different culture, and sometimes employee who want to go to a certain organization, they want to identify the culture first, if it suits them or not. If it's aligned to their belief, they would go there very easily and they would love it.
Definitely. I think especially today an employee cares about the culture of the office they're going to be working at. I think before we used to care about the job description. Now it's very different.
Job description, the pay, especially Gen Zs and millennials, they want a purpose-driven kind of culture. So they're not no longer, like us, thinking of the incentive, the money-wise, and no, they want to be in an organization that has a purpose. And they want to contribute to that purpose of that organization.
Definitely. It's something that's, I think, leading today when it comes to making a decision about where we are going to be working, which is the complete opposite of what it was one day. So what are the key elements of a strong performance culture? Because some offices might have a comfortable culture, but you're still looking for this performance. Exactly.
The results. You want the result. In any way, even in a family, in a team, as long as each individuals know what their purpose and what they are doing in terms of the daily tasks, so they are aligned with the overall arcing vision or goals of the organization.
Right.
So when they are really clear about the goals of the organization and they know what exactly they have to supposed to do on daily basis to achieve that goal, then they are in a comfortable and they can produce and get the results that the organization required. But if they don't know, then they will guess. It's going to be guesswork. And you'll see an organization, you go into an organization, you see this department is not talking to that department. Or that individual is blaming the other individuals, and you go in a blaming culture. And that's, a very vital, fatal for the organization success. If everybody is blaming each other, toxic.
Definitely, you're not getting results. Instead, as you mentioned, we're just here blaming each other and not getting anywhere at the end of the day. So how do you usually assess an organization's or even a team's existing culture?
That's interesting. There are scientific ways where you do surveys and employee engagement surveys, and you do some sort of 360 surveys, feedback to know what the leadership style are and what they are lacking in terms of strength and areas of improvement. So, for example, you'd see a new leader comes into organization. And the previous leader was into texting and emails and stuff. And this leader comes in and he said, I'm not going to read any emails. If you want to talk to me, you come to my office and talk to me. So he or she created a culture in terms of communication. No, come and directly talk to me. So what will happen is Where were we in the question? Sorry, Rita.
We're definitely at the part of how we can assess an
Yes,
existing
exactly.
culture
Yeah,
for a
absolutely,
team.
absolutely. I lost that.
Yeah.
So I do assess some organization, and I do it in a very subtle way. I go in and just observe how they are operating.
Yes.
And I become like a shadow. They are not watching me. I'm sitting and seeing what's going on. And sometimes when cultures, you know, an organization, their time finishes at 3. Now, at 2:45, you see everybody cleaning their desk, putting their stuff in the bag.
Yes.
Some people, they go to the bathroom, finishes their stuff, they wear different shoes, they're ready. 3 o'clock, they are at the gate.
They're running.
Yes, exactly.
They're out.
And you can see the parking lot of 1,000 employee or plus,
Exactly.
you see it empty in 3:05.
Yes, that's right.
So that tells you something, right, Rita? What
Definitely,
does it tell you?
Definitely. They can't wait to be home or out of wherever they are, you know?
So that's a toxic culture. That shows that, you know, the people who are there, they are working by force. They're not there for the purpose of the organization. They're there just to do the certain hours and then, you know, get their salary and the hell with the organization. You go to another organization, no, you see them, you know, working.
That's right.
Now, I'm not with, you know, those people who stays, you know.
Longer.
There is like culture, there is the, you know, life balance, work balance. So it's better to finish in time.
That's
actually.
right.
But it gives you an indication that everybody is ready before 15 minutes and they are waiting, if they have like, you know, they're
Yes.
waiting for the stamp, so they
Exactly.
leave. It shows you something. So you can do it by surveys, by knowing the organization. Now we have a very good organization in Kuwait that checks the pulse of the customers who are dealing with the organization.
Nice.
And that can give you an indication of that organization, how they operate, and what sort of, are they into innovation, or are they into result oriented, or are they into hierarchy kind of, you know, you cannot talk to the person, you have to talk to your immediate supervisor, your immediate
Right.
supervisor must talk. And there are organizations that are mixed. The leader is sitting with the people,
Working,
they work with
exactly.
them,
It's
and
like
they're
a
together.
collaborative environment.
Exactly, that's a clan,
Yes.
like a family kind of spirit, corporation and so on. So you can do it scientifically, and you can do it by observing, really, and,
Yes.
and you can tell a lot. Asking the people, asking even the gatekeeper. You know, at the gatekeeper or the security guard, I can chat with him for 5 minutes. I understand what kind of people they come. Nobody says hello to him.
That's right.
Or to her. I mean, you know. So that means, that tells you something, that these people are not,
Maybe
you know, cooperating.
tense. Exactly. I think you mentioned the leader a few times, which indicates a lot. And just by having a conversation with friends, sometimes you would hear, oh, I really don't want to go to work today. My boss is negative. Or I'm really excited. I might stay in longer. I have some work to do. I'm doing it with my boss, right? So that just tells you how the culture is very adaptive to the leader. So
The leader makes it or break it.
how do they shape it? How does a leader shape the culture?
See, they have their own vision. They have their own way. They have their own maturity, their own skills, their own attitude. And they feel that this is the best way because they're programmed in this is the best way, and this is what got them there.
Yes.
And now they want everybody to be like them, and they want everybody to be in a certain way. And you have different type of leaders. You have the, you know, democratic leader, and you have the, you know, the dominant leader,
Yes.
my way or the highway, and so on. Leaders are very important for any group, a setting of group or team, and they can really make the environment or the culture of the organization where people would love to apply, would love to go and work with that organization.
That's right.
And everywhere they go, they say, where are you working? And they are proudly talking about their organization and becoming ambassador for organization. Other people, they have their business card. They wouldn't give it to anybody because they know that, you know, the reputation of the organization.
Yes.
And it's always, it goes back to the leader. Because the leader, he or she are the ones who are, influencing their employees. They're influencing the management, and the way they deal with the management will deal in the same way with their employees, and the employees will deal the same way with their customer or their
That's
market,
right.
and so on. So, for example, it comes to me, Herb Kalahar. Like Herb Kalahar is the Southwest Airline founder, and he's the founder of the No Thrill Airlines.
Yes.
And he's very not charismatic. We think of leader, he has to be tall and good looking and
right.
talkative. This guy is very simple. But he became the best leader in the world in the 20th century because he knows how to deal with his people, with his team. He's all about fun-loving attitude. He's all about warrior attitude. Someone like, for example, Jeff Bezos is all about innovation.
That's right.
Like, for example, the story of Jeff Bezos is when he went to buy a desk for his master's degree to work and to study, he went to one of the shops, and he found like the desk was very expensive.
Right.
But he found a door that is cheap. He bought the door and he made the desk out of the door.
Yes.
And that idea or that story, it is being told by any employee who comes in that this is, so they became kind of very they think twice of their spending.
That's
or
right.
their investment. So they're very frugal and on what to spend and what to do. The other thing, they're always into innovating. When you are into innovation, when the leader comes and you say, I want innovation, I want new ideas, then you cannot blame people for making mistakes.
That's right.
Because they have to try different things and they will make mistakes. So you have to embrace that and make it possible for them.
Definitely.
and encourage them to make mistakes so they learn faster, and then they come up with a brilliant idea, hopefully.
For sure.
But you say we are all about innovation, and anyone who makes a mistake, he's like crucified. Nobody will make an idea.
I think to be a leader, you have to keep a lot of things in mind. But I think you helped us understand culture today when it comes to any group or any entity. So thank you so much, Hamza, for being with us this evening.
Thank you for having me as usual, and I hope you got some benefits out of this.
Always. Thank you so much. Dear viewers, we had with us Hamza Taqi, Master Performance Consultant, and up next we have a report on Al Ajairi Museum. Stay tuned.